This week on the first Indy news of the Mogulween season, Griffin takes a tour of Warner Brothers Studios' prop department basement, a new camera promises to shoot at almost 18,000 frames per second, someone crashes their quadcopter camera in Manhattan, and GoPro releases their newest camera, the Hero 3 Plus. Hey Indy Mogulers, Russell here. Can you think of anything scarier than a basement? I've been racking my brain all day and I haven't thought of one thing scarier. And recently, Griffin was invited to tour one especially creepy basement in the dark, hellish depths of the Warner Brothers prop department. Warner Brothers props department, yeah.
This was my first time on the lot of any major studio. Lots of productions happening, lots of trademarks, reasons why you're not allowed to film during tours. But the folks who run Warner Brothers VIP studio tours got me special access to one place most people never see.
We are in the basement of our prop house, my personal favorite place on the lot. The productions are going to come down here, tag the items.
I noticed a lot of items with hold tags, each one claimed by a different show or film. Now, what would you possibly need a baby scarecrow for? If you can afford it, this stuff is available for rent for your own productions or even a party. The basement is full of everyday items you might need for props.
Movie magic!
But it's also full of some of the creepiest stuff you'll ever see. Not just one fake baby, but a pile of fake babies. Even a baby-sized coffin. Ugh. And a spooky bat. Ugh. Okay, not everything down here is creepy.
It's hot and smelly in this thing.
My favorite part of this area would probably be the medical section because we have whole bags full of bodies.
Just listen to this place for a second. It's so creaky.
Yeah, if you were down here by yourself with the lights off and nobody down here, you'd sound haunted.
Get up, man. Sometimes it's hard to tell which stuff is fake.
A foam and a plaster and a plastic.
I'm told everything in the skin room is real animal hides. Lots of weapons down here. Some are real, some are fake. All right, are you ready to fight to the death with these real shovels?
I've been waiting my whole life.
Okay.
These are real shovels.
These rubber props look pretty good on camera.
This time I'll add a sound effect. Now hit yourself in the head. Oh yeah, that works. Oh.
Next, we headed inside the Warner Brothers Museum, another place where cameras are normally not permitted. These are props from the horror film The Conjuring, and from the archives, the cross from The Exorcist, which Amanda said many people at Warner Brothers are afraid to touch. Also, just for Indy Mogul, they rolled out the wheelchair from the 1953 film House of Wax, starring Vincent Price. Upstairs is full of Harry Potter memorabilia. And someone kept calling my name.
Griffin, Griffin, Griffin!
Oh, that's Gryffindor.
Gryffindor!
Just like in the film,
Gryffindor!
the sorting hat will place me into a house.
Where shall I put you?
Can you guess which house Griffin will land in?
Hufflepuff!
Oh, Hufflepuff. Even still, it was a really fun visit to Warner Brothers, and they do open up their doors to the public if you want to take a VIP studio tour.
Does this look normal?
No.
Here, shake my hand.
Do fist bump there.
The weirdest
That's what
part is
this guy
the
does.
hand hanging out of
What? Thanks, Griffin of House Hufflepuff, and to the other guy who looks suspiciously like Hank from Makeshift Movie Makers. No, couldn't be. Not since the incident. This past week, GoPro announced their newest Hero camera. Many had predicted they were going to announce the Hero 4 soon, and were surprised when, in a very Apple-like move, instead introduced their upgraded version of their Hero 3 camera with the Hero 3 Plus. The 3 Plus is said to be 20% smaller than the Hero 3, 33% sharper, and has 30% longer battery life. The audio is improved, the Wi-Fi is faster, and it comes with a new auto low light mode, so you can still get high quality video when it gets darker, something that was a real issue with my GoPro Hero 1. I had the first one. I sold it. I do kind of want one now, but the question still remains, when will GoPro announce an all-new Hero 4 camera? Earlier this year, a new sensor from the same company that makes the one GoPro currently uses was announced, with upgraded capabilities that include shooting 4K video at 30 frames per second. Current model shoots 15 frames per second, which isn't really usable for those hoping to incorporate the camera into their film shot at 24 frames. That new chip, by the way, also shoots 1080p video at 120 frames per second and 720p at 240, so it might still be worth it to wait if they keep the price at $400 or at the most $500. And speaking of price, if the regular Hero 3 Black Edition was good enough for your needs, you can now find it marked down to $329 from $399. Speaking of shooting high-quality video at a high frame rate, later today the Kickstarter page for the new Edgertronic high-speed video camera will come to an end. Touting itself as the first affordable high-speed video camera at under $5,000, the Edgertronic is capable of recording a max of 17,791 frames per second at a resolution of 192 by 96. Okay, so you probably won't be shooting that frame rate all that much, and you certainly won't be putting that into a film that you're making. But if my calculator is correct, played back in a 24 frames per second timeline, that would play out 1 second over 12 minutes. So that might be overkill for a film anyway. Realistically, the camera can shoot 1,849 frames at 640 by 480, or up to 701 frames at widescreen 720p, which still lets you turn 1 second into almost 30. Camera has a buffer that keeps the last 8 seconds in memory, so you can hit the button after, say, a lightning strike, and capture it perfectly. Also, on the cost front, remember that the Phantom camera, the choice camera for high-speed video right now, is generally a few thousand a day to rent, and between $50,000 and $150,000 to buy, so getting this kind of video for under $5,000 could be a real game changer. Finally, a few months ago, Griffin talked about the legalities, or lack thereof, of aerial video, focusing on the DJI Phantom quadcopter. Well, someone went and did something really illegal, flying one of these cameras around Manhattan. Now, if you look online, you'll find a few videos shot with this device that were probably not a great idea from a legal standpoint, but in this case, the quadcopter smashed into a building a few times and then fell to the street below, crashing right next to someone walking the streets. So nearly a pretty big disaster, and you can bet they'll be looking for the guy that did it. The full video was retrieved from the memory card, which you can check out here on the first video in our playlist. Unfortunately, the crash into the street was not recorded. After that, check out Mike Bergsma's GoPro Tips video comparing the low-light performance of the Hero 3 with the Hero 3 Plus, which also works as a good side-by-side comparison. And another video showing what the Edgertronic high-speed camera is capable of. Finally, something that isn't in the playlist, since it's not on YouTube, I recently was a guest on Stormfront Productions' Film in Focus podcast, talking indie filmmaking, among other things, and the link for that is in the description of this video. And in the near future, Griffin will be appearing on the show as well, so keep an eye out for that, even though I'm sure we'll link that too. Don't forget to join us at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Wednesday for the Indie Mogul Live show. Thanks for watching.